Any tire changer can change some rinky-dink, third-rate, rusty 13-inch tire and wheel. Let's change something massive. This giant 30-inch custom tire and wheel is a 255/30 ZR30 tire and wheel. This thing is huge. There's a lot of tough to change tires out there, whether because of their physical size, non-compliant sidewall, or because they're low profile. This tire and wheel is all three. Welcome to the Coats Tough to Change series. Before we get going, let's go over our Coats Maxx 80. For starters, we're gonna need a wheel lift. That giant custom wheel is over 100 pounds, and this wheel lift will help ensure that we don't hurt our backs or hurt our fingers when we're trying to mount this custom wheel on our tire changer. We're also gonna need our 30-inch jaw extensions for a custom wheel that is as large as that to make sure that we're able to grip that wheel safely and effectively. Next, we use our GTS nylon style duckhead. The reason we're going to use the GTS is because it's a little bit narrower and a little bit easier to change low profile tires with. In order to mount our top bead, we're going to use our RoboRoller and our RoboArm to make sure the bead of that tire stays in the drop center. Let's get moving. Now, the first thing we need to do is a quick safety check on this 30-inch custom wheel assembly. Now, these large assemblies may seem intimidating, but the same rules apply to this as with any other wheel and tire. Let's first take a look at the drop center on this wheel. The drop center on this wheel is on the back side of the wheel. That means this is a reverse drop center wheel, and the tire is actually going to come off the back side of this wheel. So we're going to want to make sure that we've got this on our tire changer upside down so we can take this wheel and tire easily apart. Now let's use our hand-operated bead loosener to loosen the bead. We're going to take small bites and move slowly. We want to make sure that we don't cause any damage to either the wheel or the bead of the tire during this process. Next, we'll use our Max wheel lift to lift this giant tire assembly up onto the tire machine. Next, we'll use our RoboRoller to create a little bit of a gap here, so that way we can properly set our duck head. Once I got the RoboRoller set, I like to give myself a few rotations here and really get this tire well lubed. It's very important that when you're lubing the bead here, that you also remember to get the brush deep inside there and get the drop center of the wheel as well. That'll make dismounting the top bead a lot easier. Now that we've got our top bead well lubed, we're ready to start the dismounting phase of the top bead. Using our RoboArm, we're going to push the bead of the tire into the drop center on the dismount rather than use our tire lever to suck the tire bead into the drop center. So we'll push approximately 180 degrees from our duck head. We're going to pull this tire over. It's extremely low profile and extremely non-compliant. And if we see any places on this tire that are not in the drop center, it's important that we use our RoboArm and push those into the drop center very, very carefully. Getting as much lift as we can, we'll go ahead and rotate and remove the top bead. Once we've got our top bead free, I like to use the RoboArm as a hook to lift up on this top bead and lift it up just enough so that the bottom bead is in the drop center. That gives me a large gap next to my duck head for me to get my bar in and lift the bottom bead up over the duck head. Now I can go ahead and release my RoboArm and get it out of the way. And I'm simply gonna lift up on the bar as I rotate the machine and dismount this bottom bead. Now that we've got this tire off, let's get our new tire in and get it lubed, and we'll clean up our wheel. Before we mount our new tire on our giant custom wheel, it's important that we give it a good coating of a high quality paste lubricant. And it's important that when you're applying the lube, not to forget to lube the outside bead and also the inside of the next bead. If we lubricate this tire well, a stiff low profile tire like this, the bottom bead will slide right on effortlessly. To get our top bead mounted, let's get our RoboRoller back into place. The RoboRoller is going to stop the bead of the tire from climbing over the top of our duck head, and our RoboArm is going to hold the tire in the drop center as we rotate and begin the mounting phase of our top bead. And that is how you mount a massive 255/30 ZR30 custom wheel. If you have any questions or you have a Tough to Change tire that you'd like to see changed in this series, put it in the comments below.